Hello, everyone. My name is Ria Makwana, and welcome to the Future Doctor podcast, along with University of UniCamillus International Medical University in Rome. I am joined by Ms. Chiara Sansalone. She is Admissions and International Relations Office Manager. And hello, Ms. Chiara. It's
Hi,
a
Ryan.
pleasure
Thank you
having
for
you.
introducing me. It's a pleasure to be here. Hi, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. So, we have a lot of questions from our students, and we would like you to clarify, give us answers, give us your insight so that our students can make an informed
For
decision to
sure.
join as soon as possible at your
Yes.
university.
Okay, that's great.
All right. So, first and foremost, if you could give us an overview about University of UniCamillus Faculty of Medicine and Surgery.
Okay, thank you. So, UniCamillus is an international medical university in Rome. But I want to tell you that starting from this year, we are not only in Rome, we are in other two cities of in Italy. We are in Venice and in Cefalù, Sicily, but both are deserved are sorry are managed and dedicated to European students. So in this call, I won't speak about Venice and Cefalù just because all the courses are in Italian, so are not so common and international as the other one. So the campus in Rome is still the one international and still the one with the English courses. International for sure, but Unicamillus also is a private university. So this point is very important because, as you know, our costs are different from the public, and our university is completely managed by private people. Is not I'm sorry, private foundation is not managed by our government. So we do not have any support by our public state, so our state. Just to be clear at the beginning. Then we have a lot of international courses because the courses are taught in English. So we have medicine and surgery, 6 years programs. We have nursing, is a bachelor degree, 3 years course. And then we have physiotherapy as well, bachelor degree, 3 years courses, and also radiology. That is 3 years courses. The other one, like biomedical techniques and midwifery, are bachelor's degree as well, but completely in Italian. So be careful when you select at the beginning because they're completely taught in Italian. Has dentistry. Dentistry is a master degree program, 6 years, but in Italian only. And all this information are on our website. Just a brief introduction, okay? Thank you.
Thank you so much for clarifying, ma'am. It's wonderful that students are already aware that UniCamillus is a private university. Moving on, if you could let us know what are the infrastructural facilities available for students at campus, like sports clubs or dormitories, any extracurricular activities that students will be able to take up at the university.
Okay, thank you. That's a good question. We have a lot of extra activities because our university, as you already know, is an international one, and we have a lot of people coming from all over the world. But we have also two students community, the Sigma student community and the Tetra student community. So our two students, department or community that offers a lot of activity, extra activity. For example, party, tour, visit tour of the city. So museum and sightseeing of the city, and also for sure sport activity because also we have the Unicamillus Sport, that is an association, a students association that offers football, volleyball, paddle, tennis, and others. So we have a lot of sport activity, and also tournament, because in Italy we have a very very famous tournament, all the university tournament, and UniCamillus last year won the tournament in football here in Rome for sure, versus all the other universities here in Rome. So it's a great community.
Lovely. I'm sure students are going to be very excited after
Yeah,
the
exactly. And all the students are welcome. So it's open to all the students for sure.
Nice, nice. So, ma'am, moving to our today's focus about the medicine studies.
Yeah.
So, what would be the unique strength and features making medicine, studying medicine at UniCamillus a standout experience for our students? Since there are a lot of other universities in Italy as well providing medicine as an English taught program. So,
Yeah.
how will UniCamillus stand out from other universities in Italy?
As you maybe already know, studying in another country would be a very good experience. First of all, because it's a life experience, but also because you can grow as a human, but also as a professionist. So, as a medicine, in this case, a doctor. So, I think that the strength for Unicamillus and the focus in Unicamillus is that the course will be taught in English, but you will live in a completely Italian environment. So the Italian environment is very important also because our health and public and private system is very very strong. We have a lot of big professors, you know, like the I think the one of the best team in Europe, for sure in Europe, of medical professionists and also health professions as well, coordinator and professors. So I think that the most important thing about Unicamillus is this one, because you will be able to study in English, but at the same time you will be able to reach and to improve your Italian skills. Not only about the Italian language for sure, because at the end you will be able to speak Italian as well, but you will be able to have all the Italian skills about the health system, and we are very happy about our health system. As you can see on the ranking, the world ranking, Italian system, Italian health system is one of the best in all Europe and in the world. So I think you can get these 2 points together, fixed together. So
Right, absolutely.
I'm sorry if I'm drinking sometimes, but because of my voice. Okay.
That's absolutely fine, no problem, ma'am.
Okay.
So moving on, ma'am, what distinguishes the curriculum at UniCamillus from other medical schools in Europe? Are there any unique courses that stand out when it comes to medicine program?
Okay, this point is very clear because actually in Europe, all the universities have the quite the same program, because we are under, for sure, the European Union, and we need to be all together, all fixed in a same, quite the same. Okay, so some university can change for sure some lessons, something, but generally all the courses are quite the same. In this way you have the same preparation, the same formation in all the European university, because in this way after the graduation with your title you can spend your career outside Italy. So you can go, for example, in France, you can go in Germany, you can go in Spain, whatever, because the formation is quite the same. But also you can check and focus on the plan on our website, and you can check the program and the study plan. Compare our study plan to another university in Europe, that will be very very similar and very very the same.
Understood, ma'am. So if you have to, in brief, let us know how is the curriculum divided throughout the 6 years? What are the theory years and when do the clinical rotation starts for the student?
Yes. For sure, this is an important point about medicine and surgery. Okay, we need to do to distinguish uh, um, thing, because medicine and surgery is a 6 years program. So we have the first 4 year will be 4 years, sorry, will be very theoretical. So the students will study here in UniCamillus in our campus, and they will use the labs. The labs are just labs, so there are no patients inside, so it's like the simulation of what will be, but there are no people alive inside. After 4 years, they will start the internship rotation, as you already tell us, because they are going in our hospitals in Rome, okay, and they will start the rotation in internship. In internship, the students will be able to do the practice, to start the practice, and to have relation with patients, so real people in hospital. For sure, they are not alone. They are always with the tutor and professors in small groups, but they do practice. They will do practice. This is for medicine surgery. About health profession courses, so the bachelor's degree, the bachelor's are 3 years courses. So it's very different, because after 6 months, only after 6 months of the course, starting from the first year, they will have internship. So they will start internship in hospital. That's why maybe you are thinking why, because they only have 3 years, so they can do a very strong and intense course between theory and practice. So they need to start immediately with practice. So after 6 months, the theoretical part, they will start internship in hospital. Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I'm sure the medicine students are already curious about this. If you could let us know how many international seats are available for the medicine and surgery program, and especially since there is an entrance exam, we will be covering the questions about it in the upcoming time. Uh,
Okay.
but after the entrance exam is concluded, how many students are actually accepted at the university?
Yes. Okay. So I want to tell you that in medicine surgery we have a lot of free places, so free seats. We have in total 600 places in total.
Oh,
Okay, at
okay.
the first year medicine. But we need to distinguish the European quota from the non-European quota. The non-European quota generally is 200 or more, 250 sometimes, but it depends from the admission call. For example, this year, the next one, 2025-26, we will publish the admission call in January, okay? In January, we will publish our admission call in the on our website, and you can see that we have more or less 200 or more places for medicine surgery. Sometimes there are a lot of students applying for the test, but we need to tell you that the number of students that apply and the number of the student that entry is quite the same, because we have, for example, 250 applicants, and then the people that decide to enroll is about 200. So we have, for sure, we have people that decide to, no, I don't know, change, for example, faculty, or change idea about the Italy, so they can drop the course, but not drop, just decide to not begin start the course. But
Yeah.
we are very happy about the numbers, because there are a lot of students applicants, and then we have a lot enrolled. So it's quite the
Yeah.
same. I think the percentage is 50-50. So we have this kind.
Understood, understood. So, ma'am, since the students are coming from grade 12, the schools have a very different curriculum, very different setup. It's more home for them because probably they are studying in the same school for like 5 years and 7 years now. And coming from a school setup to a university in a different country, I'm sure that they might be struggling for first initial few months or
Uh-huh.
for the first semesters for sure. So if to say that if they are not able to pass any subject in their first semester or during their studies, are there any dropouts that students or are the university or do the university have any facilities or arrangements already in
Yes.
place to help them
Yes, for
keep up
sure.
with the curriculum
Yes, we have. Do you mean during the career, right? Here in
during the
UniCamillus, not
career?
before. Ah, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yes, we have. We have the tutoring. The tutoring is based on, like professor that become a tutor, and
Mhm.
they are going to help the students if they have something miss, some exam that is not good or something that is not fine. So don't worry, because even if the student don't didn't pass, for example, the first part of an exam in the first semester, they can do it in the second semester. We do not close the career, never, because medicine surgery is 6 years. So all the
Right.
students can do the exam wherever they want. But as you already know, I'm sure, that they need to follow, the year, the academic year. So if they
Right.
have a lot of exams miss or not passed in the first year, that could be a problem, because all the exam after second year, third year, fourth year, that are more difficult. So if you
Right.
didn't pass the exam at the first year, that would be a problem. But for unicamillus, it's not a problem, because if you are regular, if you are enrolled, and if you pay the
Right.
fee and you are regular with your study, and also if you come to the lessons for sure, and you are
Right.
here, for us it's not a problem. You have your time, you can do the exam whatever you want. You can do the exam again and again and try to pass the exam, but keep in mind that you need to pass the exam in a regular way. So first year,
Mhm.
second year, but we do not drop the career, we do not withdraw, we do not close the career.
Right. So how many attempts do students get to clear this backlogs?
The attendance.
How many attempts they get to clear these backlogs?
I do not understand what do you mean with backlogs?
So you mentioned that they have to complete their course in one
Ah, yes.
semester or in 1 year, right?
Yeah, in
So
one
how
year.
many
Generally
attempts
in
they
one
get
year.
to rewrite their exams?
Retake. I think they have.
Retakes.
I think they have a 3 or 4 exam session, so they
Okay.
can do the exam 3 times. Yeah.
Retake. Okay. Okay. Understood. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
So if the students are struggling, I'm sure the university already knows if the students are struggling. So, are there any mentorships or
Yes,
any,
yes. We have,
counseling available
yes,
for
we
them?
have the counselor. Our counselor, Professor Sondra Badalamenti, is a psychologist for sure. Is a counselor. So we have in the ground floor, we have an office dedicated to the to that activity and support for our students. Our students can contact directly in private the professor, so the counselor, and they can have also an appointment with her. And also the counselor is not only for emotional breakdown or emotional bad feelings, but also for the study path, because
That is true.
sometimes with the exam, with the struggle with the exam,
Yeah.
you're right when you say sometimes it is difficult. I know, I was a student as well, so sometimes I can understand that it's very difficult. So they can do it. They can took an appointment. They can call Sondra and they can have an appointment and speak with her. For sure, we have the counselor and the counseling department.
Wonderful. I'm sure this will give relief to our parents,
Exactly.
knowing that somebody is there to take care of the student. Moving on, ma'am, I would like to understand how UniCamillus encourages students to participate in research. Are there any specific research track or fellowships available for the students?
Yes, UniCamillus is very involved in research. First of all, because we have a lot of the labs, new labs in our department, and we already have a lot of researchers. But I need to tell you that during the study path, they do need for sure research because they need to improve and to become a doctor. But after the graduation, we follow our student, and our students as well can do the research here. So can do research in UniCamillus as well. And also, if they want to continue the medical career, for sure they
Right.
can apply in another university for the specialization. But as a researcher, they can do it even in UniCamillus as well. We have a lot of biomedical and chemistry labs. We also have other labs about midwifery, like obstetrics and something about this and research about this. And also during the path, they can do the uh, internship in many hospitals. So it's not a research, but they can see with their eyes something in labs in hospitals. And this is a part of the research. For sure, it is a clinical research. It's different from our because our is in labs, but they can do it a little bit with professors, not alone, for sure.
So, of course, I understood how research and participation of students would work at the university. So, are there any global partnerships or exchange programs available for
Yes.
students that would give them international exposure or collaboration with other institutes?
Yes, we have a lot. We have the Erasmus program as
Mhm.
the all the European university. So we collaborate a lot with the university all over Europe. And on our website, you can also find all the cities and all the European university, which have an agreement with us. But I want to be clear, as your student comes from non-EU country, India, that could be a little bit difficult for the bureaucracy. You know why? Because the visa procedure. Sometimes when students coming from India, Nigeria and other or states or Israel or Turkey, they are coming with a student visa. But the
Right.
student visa will be delivered for Italy only. So
Mhm.
if you interrupt your visa for Italy for another country, for example, Spain, that could
Mhm.
be a little bit difficult with the timing, because the bureaucracy is very, very long. So I suggest to all the people coming from India that wants to do the Erasmus program in their career to ask to their embassy, so before leaving the country, okay,
Yeah.
before
Mhm.
asking the question, very, very open question. What happens if I'm going to Italy and I want to study in Spain, for example? Can I do it with my visa? If the country, so the specific embassy, because it's the only one, is the institution that decide, we cannot manage the permission about the visa. If the embassy is going to tell you, yes, will be easy because you were already in Italy and Italy is a European country, that's good,
Right.
great. And you can participate on our Erasmus program for sure. Okay?
Okay, okay, understood. So there will be team to guide students on these universities
Yes,
and
for sure, because we have an Erasmus office. There is my colleague Ambra is managed the Erasmus office, and
Mhm.
they were published also, and as as me, they will publish admission call for Erasmus during the career.
Okay.
So the students can apply without any problem, don't worry.
Right. So you already explained me about the medicine program and the structure. I would want to know if there are any partnerships with hospitals or clinics where students receive this practical trainings throughout their studies.
In Italy or out of Italy, sorry.
In Italy, in
Ah,
Italy.
yeah, yeah, yes, yes, in Italy, yes. We have all planned. So the students just need to start to study because it is very organized. They need to study at the beginning, and then when they will be at the 4 years, sorry, they will be the coordinator will schedule all the internship and the practice in the hospitals. So all the
Okay.
students every day they know what they need to do. So they need to go to the hospital in that day, that hours and blah blah blah. So it's very very scheduled, and we already plan everything. They don't need to do the agreement with the hospitals, no, for sure. We already have everything set. So they just need to go and study and do the practice.
Wonderful. I'm sure that is going to be relieving to all the parents and the.
Exactly. Exactly. It will be very
Um,
easy.
so if you could give me an overview about internship process in the final year, in the sixth year. So how does that go? It's like, is it completely internship or students also have classes?
They
Uh,
have a little part of classes, maybe at the beginning of the year, like October, November. And then
mhm.
they have a lot of internship because the last year they will be focused on the internship and the
Okay.
thesis, for the graduation.
Understood. So, if you could, just let us know how does a typical day of the student look like while they are studying medicine and surgery?
Uh-huh.
Uh, what all they do throughout the day? Because students have this question: Am I going to study all the day? Because
No,
medicine
no.
is competitive. So
So basically, the UniCamillus Day for a medicine surgery student, um, I cannot do. They will be relaxed because it's not, will be hard, but not so hard because UniCamillus has a lot of relaxation room and also study room. So basically, they will start the lessons at 9:30 in the morning for sure, and they will have classes until lunch. So it
okay,
depends, but 12, 1 o'clock p.m. And then, sorry, 12 a.m., 1 o'clock p.m. And they can lunch together here in our canteen because starting from the next year, we will have the canteen as well
okay,
in the campus, so
campus.
in UniCamillus. And they will also relax themselves in relaxation room. They can take a coffee. We have the bar, the cafeteria, so they can be very relaxed. But then they start again classes up sorry, start from 2 o'clock, more or less, 2, 3 o'clock, up to 6 in the afternoon.
Okay,
This is the program for the first years, like the first, the second, and the third year will be like this because they have a
okay,
lot of theoretical lessons. Then when they will have, sorry, the internship, they will change completely because they will have lessons and then stop, only internship, and then only lesson, like in blocks.
right, right, right.
But that's the typical day.
Sounds good. Sounds doable for the students, I'm sure.
And sorry, and also we have a lot of study hall, so they can already study in here in Rome in UniCamillus.
All right. Okay. Sounds like they have everything. Everything is in place. They just have to reach university and start studying.
Exactly.
Right. So now to reach to the university, if you could give us an overview of the admission requirements for international students,
Yes.
and uh, is Italian language a prerequisite to apply for the program?
No, and this is an important question, but I want to be very clear about it because could be a little bit confusing. Confusion. The UniCamillus is completely in English. So the only requirement to apply is to have to know English because the test will be already in English. So you don't need to prove your level of English because the test will be in English. So if you pass the exam, it's okay for us. But the only requirements, and also the requirements will be announced in the admission call, but I just want to anticipate that will be 12 years of schooling. 12, so 3 years of schooling in total.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And the only requirement is to have a high school diploma valid with the DOV. That's the only requirement. The Italian language is not a requirement at all, but when
Mhm.
they will be at the 4 years, so before go to the internship, they will know a little bit of Italian for sure, because they need to stay in contact with the patients and communicate with the patient. So they need a little bit Italian. That's why UniCamillus offers Italian courses for free for all the UniCamillus students, starting from the first year. And guys, please follow the Italian courses starting from the first year, because if you will arrive at the end, so at the 4 years, and you cannot speak Italian a little bit, that would be a problem for you. Because if you are in hospital with people, but also patients, so in a critical situation, you will be able to speak a little bit Italian for sure, because the internship will be in Italian. But don't worry, because you have time to learn Italian, especially if you are in medicine and surgery course. You have a lot of time because you have 4 years before the internship, so you have all the time. And the Italian course is free for our students. This is not a, um, an useless point, because the Italian courses out of Unicamillus are private and the costs are high, really high. Okay, so please enjoy our courses, because that will be very, very important for you, for your career, but also for your career study path in UniCamillus. Because if you don't pass the internship exam, that will be a problem. You cannot finish your study.
Right, right.
Okay?
Thank you so much for clarifying, because students do have these questions, and
Yes.
it will be very helpful that they already will be accessed with the free course at the university
Yes, exactly. So it's not a mandatory requirement for the application, but after will be, guys.
after the
So
admissions.
be careful.
Right.
After 4 years, so I hope you already know a little bit Italian, also because you were living in Italy, in
Right.
Rome. So that could be easy.
Right, right, absolutely. So apart from the admission requirements, I suppose there is an entrance exam as well. So if
Yes,
you could elaborate on the entrance exam subject, structure,
for
what is the
sure.
passing criteria, and how are
Yes.
students evaluated in this entrance exam?
Okay, the students will be evaluated by our team of professors. Um, but the entry exam will be divided into parts. So the first part will be a written test online, very easy. It's a quiz, like a questionnaire. So they will
Okay.
have questions about verbal reasoning, numerical reasoning, and abstract reasoning. So it's very generical and it's not psychologist, but it's something like, reasoning. Okay, and it'll be
Right.
very, very fast. It's like 15 minutes. Okay, online, on based. And then
Okay.
also on based, there will be the interview. The interview will be with our professors. So, like as we're doing, so with a
Right.
meeting online, they will be interview about maths, physics, biology, chemistry, and general knowledge. But also the interview will be very, very easy because will be fast, will be 10 minutes, 15 minutes of interview. And the question about these subjects are close questions, so multiple choices. Yeah, multiple choice. Okay.
Okay. So, what is the passing criteria? How are the students selected after the
It
entrance exam and interview?
It depends on the ranking list, madam. So
Okay.
if they have a good points, they are in the sorry, in the free places. So for example, in the 200 places, they can
Okay.
in. We do not have any basement. I don't know how to say the score, minimum score. We don't have the minimum
Minimum.
score.
Mhm.
The most important thing is the other students. So if the other students are better than you, that's it. Just this.
Understood.
Okay.
Understood. So, are there any preparatory material, preparatory course available for students to
Yes, we
prepare
do
for
not
this
have our
exam?
own preparation material because we use the the general one of Italy in the also other university. So we suggest to prepare yourself on two manuals, and you can buy even online on Amazon. Okay, and the two tests are EDI test and Alpha test, medicine preparation course. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So if a student passes, this is a very tricky question asked by a student. So if I pass the entrance exam, I pass the interview, I get the admission. However, later on, the because the final mark sheets will only come by say in May or in
Or
August
July.
or July. So, will the admission letter revoke if they are not meeting the admission conditions or they don't get good enough grades in the high school?
No, 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 no. The grades are out of the high school grades are not in our ranking list. The ranking list is only based on the test. So we do not consider at all their previous career. So don't worry.
Right. So all they have to do is focus on the
Test. Yeah.
entrance exam and interview, and that is it. If they don't score well, they still have chance
Exactly.
to get into the UniCam list.
Exactly. Exactly.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm sure that would give a lot of assurance to our students to prepare. But we would still recommend you to do well in your high school as well.
Exactly. Exactly. For sure.
This question is from parents. Are there any flexible payment options available, installments for tuition fees? Are there any scholarships for the students if they perform well in
Yes.
high school or entrance exam?
The scholarships call will be out together the admission call. So all the students, so in January, for example, when we'll be out, you can
Mhm.
find it on our website. For students that are interested in enroll in UniCamillus, but they need support, they can ask for scholarship. But I want to be clear that the scholarship selection is based on marks, high school marks, certificates, sport merit, and everything. So
Okay.
our commission is going to analyze all these documents and
Mhm.
they decide on it. But remember also that our university is a private one, so we do not offer a lot of scholarships, okay?
Right.
So, but they can apply, for sure, they can apply part of the
Right.
scholarship, but also about the flexible payment. Okay, don't worry, because our university, for example, the total tuition fee is 21K, so 21,000 euros. But these costs are divided in three installments. So you will have the first installment, second installment, third installment, and the installments are not together for sure. Are divided into 1 year. Okay.
Right. So students can make payments in installments, and
Yes.
university is also offering scholarships, but there are
Yes.
some criteria that students have to meet in order to avail the scholarships.
Exactly, exactly, perfect.
Okay, understood that. Moving on, since students are coming from non-European countries, of course, they will have to apply for visas uh, in order to study in Italy. So, are there any common challenges that international students face during the visa process? And are there any support available from the university or
Yes,
guidance for these visa
yes,
regulations to the students?
for sure. We after the ranking list, you will have 2 weeks for decide. So for your choice, if you want to enroll, you have like 2 or 3 weeks, and then if you complete your payment, your pre-enrollment payment, you will receive the admission letter. The admission letter is a valid and official letter of our rector that will be sent by email for our department for admission office with all the guidelines. Guys, be careful of that mail, because in that email you will find everything, because we are going to write everything. We are going to write the visa procedure, the accommodation, for example, suggestions, everything will be on it. And also, starting from the last year, we also create a international PDF, international students guideline. So you will have the guidelines for what to do before arriving, when you arrive, and after arrive. So you will have everything written. But be careful that the visa procedure is completely managed by the institutions, embassy and consulates. Only these two can decide on your visa, not the university. The university can only send you the admission letter, all the guidelines for sure. We are here if you need support, about Universitali platform. Do you know the platform for the application for visa? If you need support, we are here. You can call us, you can write an email, and you will always find someone, because we are very, very near to our international students. But be careful about the visa, because the visa denied and the visa acceptation is only decided by the embassy. We cannot interfere at all, because the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is an institution. It's not the university, it's nobody else, it's only the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. In your country, I think it's the same. In our country, it's the same.
Absolutely. Are the students, does university also provide students with accommodation? Are there any campus dormitories?
Yes. Yeah, I want to be clear, we do not provide campuses, because there are no campuses inside UniCamillus. It's only university. So we only can suggest you 3 campuses nearby. So we have 3 campuses nearby. So the students, for sure, can find all the information on our website, and also during that email that I already told you, they can
Yeah.
find the links and they can call them and ask for apartments or rooms, for sure.
So they will have accommodation facility available once they get the admission letter, then they'll receive all the guidelines for the same.
Exactly. I suggest you to select the best place before coming. After we have a lot of students, so sometimes all the facilities are busy, full.
Right. Are the accommodation booking first come first serve basis, or students who get offer later will still have chance at these
No, the students can directly ask them what are the, I don't know, because we do not manage the campuses, so we don't know how will be the procedure, sorry. But I think they just can book a room or apartment, and that's it.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, ma'am. So students also ask these questions very frequently, that are they also be going to be prepared for the licensure exams required to practice medicine in various countries. Say for
In, sorry, in?
in various countries, say for example, if a student is looking to settle into USA, are
Uh-huh.
they going to be learning about USMLE or
Exactly.
UKMLA
You,
proc
Camille, yes.
licensure
That's
exam?
our art. We call the iceberg of the USMLE and UKLE. You know why? Because UniCamillus was born in 2018. So we have our first graduate last year, past July, okay, July 2024. So for the UCAMLE and the USMLE, we need an accreditation, but we do not have this accreditation because we have our first graduate last July. So we are working on it because we already set all the documents and all that, but we are waiting for the accreditation, for the verification about our graduates, because the USMLE and the UCAMLE, they need to have the graduates because they need to prove our preparation. uh, Exactly.
Yeah.
So, our preparation and formation course. So, we are working on it, but I can tell you that now our university is valid in US and UK, because I can't, because this is not true at the moment. But our university is valid as all the Italian university in Europe and Italy. Sorry, not our university, our title. So, laurea, so graduation.
Understood. Okay, got it. And what are the options available for UniCamillus graduates who wants to pursue their specialization in Italy or other countries? Are there any pathway programs available for
Yes.
students to stay back in UniCamillus or in Italy and to continue their studies?
Okay, at the moment, to continue our study here in UniCamillus, we only have one specialization course, is orthopedic. I don't know
Oh,
if you know. Okay, orthopedic. We just
yeah.
have this one, but I hope that we will grow and we will have cardiologic and others. But at the moment, we have only orthopedic. But they can apply at all university in Italy. They can apply. They can do the national, also the national. I don't know how to say the national um, admission test for specialization course, and also they can apply in a European university, in all the European university.
Okay, understood. So they will have opportunity in Italy as well as in European
Yes,
countries
exactly.
and other countries as well if they want to pursue their studies.
Outside.
Lastly, we would want to, I want to take some tips from you, or what would be your last advice for our students who are looking forward to join at UniCamillus? So, what would you like to tell them?
For the students that are coming,
Come,
that
yeah.
we are waiting for you guys. We have an Indian community, very important Indian community. We have a lot of students coming from India and also other countries as well as UAE, so the Emirates and other countries as well. But also we have a lot of Indian people coming from Kerala and other part of the country. But I want to tell you that in medicine and surgery we have a lot of students, international students. I can tell you that in all classes we have half Italian, half international. And also in the health professions courses, we have more international students than Italian. So our university is a real melting pot of countries, is okay, in all over the world, really, from for real. And if you come to visit us, you can see with your eyes because it's full of nationalities. And this year in UniCamillus, we reached the number of 72 72 different nationalities.
Wow,
So
that's
the
nice.
thing I can conclude is coming to study in Italy. So come to visit us and come to study here in UniCamillus.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Miss
Thank you.
Shira, for sharing this wonderful insight. I'm sure our students are going to be excited after they watch this podcast, and they'll
Thank you.
prepare well for the
And
interview.
I hope to answer to all your questions. I hope to was clear and everything was
Oh, it was wonderful. It was wonderful. So, exactly how we expected, and you covered all the answers, queries from students, parents, and
exactly.
about their before joining, after completion of course. I'm sure they've got all the answers covered in this podcast,
Thank you. That's
and they're
great
very
because students in this
excited.
way they can know everything, you know. They will be prepared if they want to do this choice because I know that is an important choice, guys. So please focus on this. Focus if medicine and surgery will be your future and if you want to be a doctor in the future because the path is hard. Nobody can tell you that it's not a hard because medicine surgery is very, very hard, guys. But if your passion is more than the fear of this, that will be great. I hope you will be great. And good luck for your choice.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
And thank you all for listening to this wonderful podcast. And we will be coming up with more exciting podcasts in future. So stay tuned to our channel and we wish you all the best for your studies.